A dust-up. He said it was irresponsible and negligent. At the sports desk, Kevin Radich, KCBS.
KCBS Sports Desk, sponsored by the Bay Area Chevy dealers. Visit BayAreaChevroletDealers.com.
We love lazy Sunday mornings in bed. The paper, fresh coffee.
I make the coffee.
When it's time to buy a new mattress, we wanted to choose from a big selection.
And we found it at Sleep World.
Now, Sunday mornings are more comfortable than ever.
Although, I still have to make the coffee.
Find your mattress story and receive 3 free gifts with a qualifying mattress purchase at Mancini Sleep World. Receive free sheets, pillows, and a mattress protector. Choose from our huge in-store selection of top brand mattresses. Visit sleepworld.com.
Individual results may vary. There's no guarantee that past performance will be indicative of future results. Invest wisely.
Paid for by Chaikin Analytics. Mark Chaikin is someone you're supposed to hate. He spent 50 years on Wall Street helping to create the entire stock rating system. He's met everyone from Jim Cramer to Martha Stewart. And today, he's sharing an urgent warning to tell anyone who will listen. A very strange day is coming to America. In short, a massive and surprising new transition could determine the next group of millionaires, while leaving 99% of the public even worse off than before, says Chaikin. If you want to be on the right side of the huge new shift that he predicts is coming to the market, you absolutely must consider buying one particular type of investment now, before it's too late, he says. To give you the full story, he posted the biggest prediction of his 50-year career online at stockmarketwarning.com/prepare, along with the name and ticker symbol of the #1 investment to buy right now. Go to stockmarketwarning.com/prepare to learn more, free of charge. stockmarketwarning.com/prepare.
Rolling hills and vineyard valleys, redwood forests, and a stunning coastline. Mendocino County features wineries, breweries, restaurants, and lovely places to stay. For a breath of fresh air and room to roam, visit Mendocino County.
For a smarter start to your day, start with us.
I'm Jennifer Hodges in downtown San Jose.
Stream KCBS for news, traffic, weather, business, and more.
Live in East Oakland, Matt Bigler, KCBS.
Never miss a headline. Never miss a story. Never miss the news. Tell your smart speaker to play KCBS Radio.
Kim Vestal is back with us, along with some help from the KCBS traffic team, keeping an eye on our Bay Area bridges and city streets and freeways.
Very good. That's a good list. And we'll start with the freeway, headed into Orinda, eastbound 24. Just heard from the KCBS Waze Force about a car that broke down. Itty-bitty backup now, eastbound 24 at the Orinda off-ramp, but the right lane is blocked. So there's a bit of a backup developing there. Once you get through Orinda, though, nice ride through Lafayette into Walnut Creek. Traffic throughout Contra Costa County has really thinned out. We do have a new problem on the Nimitz in Hayward, northbound 880, just before the 92 interchange. I can see traffic starting to slow down. There's a fender bender. It is on the right-hand shoulder. Northbound is actually still slow and go out of Fremont. And then across the bay in Palo Alto, the Chilton Auto Body Collision Cam is keeping tabs on this injury crash involving a car and a motorcycle, southbound 101 before San Antonio Road as you head into Mountain View, blocking the left lane, HOV lane blocked there, so that's why traffic is slow. We'll keep an eye on that one for sure. Your next update at 6:58 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Mancini Sleep World 6-day forecast. We are going to have a little bit of weather whiplash. Here's KPIX5's Darren Peck to tell you about it.
All right, it's early June, so here comes our first good jump in temperatures for the month. Friday is the day with the issue in today's first alert forecast. Most of us have a heat advisory on Friday. It's going to be in the low hundreds for many inland valleys by the time we get there. South Bay, San Jose, you're going to go to the mid-90s by the time we get to Friday. But if you live anywhere near the water, your East Bay Shoreline, Peninsula City, you're not in it. It's not going to be all that bad. We'll go to the mid-80s by Friday for the East Bay Shoreline, but just enough of an onshore breeze is going to protect those of us near the water on Friday. Meantime, it gets about 5 or 6 degrees warmer tomorrow than today was. We start this warm-up on Thursday, but Friday's the day when you feel it. Good news, it doesn't last long. By Sunday, we've cooled all the way back down to the upper 70s. For many of those hottest locations that were in the low hundreds on Friday, you'll be upper 70s by Sunday. I'm meteorologist Darren Peck with your KCBS KPIX5 First Alert Forecast.
Thank you, Darren. This portion of the News Watch is sponsored by the Walk Shop in Berkeley, the Bay Area's favorite walking shoe store, inviting you to put a spring in your step. We have Jules Henderson at the KCBS editor's desk.
Each week, KCBS and KPIX5 honor local winners of the Jefferson Awards for Public Service. KCBS and KPIX5 reporter Sharon Chin profiles this week's winner.
When Verlina Green-Taluska opened her law practice in Oakland, she decided to specialize in estate planning, trusts, and probate because of what her own family endured.
My grandmother, she didn't have any documents in place, not even an advanced healthcare directive, and we didn't know basic things like if she wanted to be buried or cremated.
And years before, when her maternal grandmother passed,
my aunt, she sold the house. We don't know where any of the money went. So I said, you know what, I want to see if I can make a difference so that families don't have to go through the in-family fighting, estate planning, leaving a legacy.
So Verlina began to educate her Oakland area community.
This is the most important to me.
Mostly in churches, community centers, and schools.
Thank you.
She's invited other attorneys and financial advisors.
And it's my great honor to share with you what I know.
To join her in providing more than 60 free estate and retirement planning seminars in the last 8 years.
And we noticed that there were a lot of African Americans who did not have trust, who did not have power of attorneys and advanced healthcare directives.
Educating individuals. So audiences learn how to secure those documents.
We do.
And she explains how to pass down grandma's house from one generation to the next and plan ahead so your relatives don't end up losing a chunk of your money in probate court.
The state of California says you have to pay an attorney a percentage of the estate. That money could have gone to someone's college education.
Ann Johnson came ready to soak up Verlina's words of wisdom at a recent seminar at East Bay Church of Religious Science.
She made it very clear that this is something that we have to get a handle on.
Reverend D. Jacqueline Edwards calls Verlina a role model.
So there's that kind of commitment, passion, and it's authentic.
The Oakland native never tires.
And I appreciate your time and attention.
Hearing from someone who's taken her advice and protected themselves and their property.
Pure joy. Pure joy. And I look forward to answering your questions.
So for offering free seminars to help people get their financial house in order, this week's Jefferson Award in the Bay Area goes to Verlina Green-Taluska. Sharon Chin, KCBS.
And a reminder, you can learn more about the Jefferson Awards or perhaps nominate a local unsung hero of your own at cbssf.com/Jefferson Award.
Let's check in on the Money Watch. It's sponsored this time around by Personal Capital. Worried about market volatility? What about your retirement? You need Personal Capital. See where you stand and get the free app today at personalcapital.com.
Abbott Labs apparently knew as early as February of last year there were big problems at its Michigan baby formula plant. Dow Jones says an OSHA whistleblower complaint from a former employee says there was a raft of problems there. The supply crunch that started with computer chips and too much demand may circle back to the industry. Executives at Intel, the largest maker of computer processors, told a bankers conference a weaker economy will cool off demand for chips and electronics in general and slow down spending. Demand for oil with dwindling stockpiles in the U.S. and crude futures settling about a dime above $122 a barrel. The commodities expert says oil prices could hit $150. ExxonMobil shares hit a record for the first time in 8 years on the price jump. But on Wall Street, worries about that kind of inflation sent the stock averages 0.75 to 1.1% lower. The Dow fell 269, the Nasdaq 89, the S&P 45. Joan Doniger, Bloomberg Business for KCBS.
42-year-old male, South Asian descent, complaining of fatigue and shortness of breath. Family history of heart disease, borderline high cholesterol, and hypertension. Is this a serious condition? It is, if this is you. At El Camino Health, we not only treat your condition with the best possible care, we also treat you with compassion, because results are all that matter. But in that moment, how you're treated means everything. Accept nothing less than El Camino Health.
The Honest Diapers and Wipes bundle was made to give you peace of mind and one less thing to do. Good for the planet, good for your baby, and good for you to mix and match sizes in the coolest seasonal prints. Their hypoallergenic wipes are made with over 99% water and 100% plant-based cloths for all life's messes. Plus, you save 20% with every bundle and get 15% off diaper duty extras and clean products for the whole fam. Check out the Honest Diapers and Wipes bundle at honest.com and use code RADIO to save 30%
20% off your first month's subscription.
Did you know that renovating your kitchen and bathroom is one of the best ways to increase the value of your home? I'm Mike Holmes here with Ivan from AGM Renovations, America's #1 kitchen and bathroom renovators.
Thanks, Mike. We make kitchen and bathroom renovations easy for everyone. We quote and design each project and help customers select all finishes without having to leave their home.
Wow, AGM are the only kitchen and bathroom renovation specialists I recommend.
AGMRenovations.com.
Call now and get $3,000 off.
Hi, this is George with New Life Property Investments, and I buy houses in cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 925-490-2000. I can pay cash and close in as little as 3 days. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy yours. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind in payment houses, and I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you have a house that is trash and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying fixer-uppers too. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and foreclosure houses. If you or someone you know is looking to sell their house and want to sell it fast, call me at 925-490-2000. That's 925-490-2000, 925-490-2000.
Time again for KCBS traffic and weather. Traffic first starting on the Bay Bridge. Ken Vesta with more from your local Honda dealers traffic center.
Still seeing plenty of traffic in both directions on the Bay Bridge. It's very slow, bumper to bumper between the island and the westbound 80 Skyway if you're headed into San Francisco. And starting to ease up now. Eastbound 80 is pretty slow for your trip to the lower deck of the Bay Bridge. And I do see some brake lights before and after the island. Oakland freeways have really emptied out. Hayward is a trouble spot, though. The Nimitz Freeway or northbound ride, there's a crash on 880 before the 92 interchange. It is on the shoulder, but that's why traffic is slow from before the 92 interchange. Palo Alto, a problem spot, too. Crash between a car and a motorcycle continues to slow the ride southbound 101 before San Antonio Road. And this just in, we've got a crash in Lathrop. If you're headed into Tracy, an overturned accident. Southbound Highway 5 on the connector to westbound 205. I can see it starting to slow down there. And Claire will have more on that. Your next update at 7:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Going to get quite toasty inland the next couple of days. Inland valleys into the low to mid 90s tomorrow, then upper 90s to about 103 inland. There will be a heat advisory for all the inland areas. Traffic and weather together on KCBS. Coming up,
I'm Jim Taylor. Mayor of San Francisco reacts to the recall of the DA.
I also want to just really dispel this myth that's going on out there.
I'm Megan Goldstein at a Chase Center viewing party for Game 2.
And everybody will be cheering, it's gonna be like a good vibe.
Good evening and have a great night. I'm Jeff Bell.
I'm Patty Rising. CBS News covers the world next.
When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and Odyssey Station.
7 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper in Chicago. The House takes up a gun package after testimony from mass shooting survivors and victims' relatives.
On this vote, the yeas are 223. The nays are 204. The bill is passed.
The legislation would, among other things, raise the age limit for purchasing a semi-automatic rifle. It's unlikely to make it through the Senate. GOP Senator John Cornyn of Texas.
And I have no intention of undermining the rights of law-abiding gun owners in America.
A Marine Corps aircraft has crashed in the Southern California desert. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti.
The Osprey carried a crew of 5. It is not yet known if any of them survived. The military aircraft crashed in a very remote area more than 200 miles southeast of Los Angeles near the Arizona border.
Authorities say the Osprey belongs to the 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing based at Camp Pendleton. The Summit of the Americas is underway in Los Angeles.
The president addressed leaders from North, Central, and South America. He said the region faces numerous challenges, not the least of which is migration. He said the U.S. will introduce a proposal during the summit, the L.A. Declaration.
The declaration represents a mutual commitment
to increase opportunities for safe and orderly migrations. Mr. Biden said the nations of the Americas are dynamic, and there is no reason why they shouldn't be secure, prosperous, and democratic. Steve Futterman, CBS News, with the president in Los Angeles.
Dozens of women who say they were assaulted by Larry Nassar are suing the FBI for $1 billion for failing to stop the sports doctor when the agency first received allegations against him. Attorney Mick Rule represents some of the victims.
The FBI was on notice of this. They failed to investigate it. They actually sat on the investigation. As a result of them sitting on it, these 90 plus, in reality over 100 women, were assaulted repeatedly, and it should never have happened. And then they covered it up.
A California man is facing an attempted murder charge after he was arrested near Justice Brett Kavanaugh's Maryland home overnight. CBS's Steve Dorsey.
Federal court records say Nicholas Roski was arrested near the justice's home with a pistol, knife, ammunition, pepper spray, zip ties, and other items. It came as Roski was on the phone with police dispatchers saying he was having suicidal thoughts, had a firearm, and was planning to kill a Supreme Court justice.
A UN report says the war in Ukraine is increasing the suffering of millions of people by escalating food and energy prices. The report by the UN Global Crisis Response Group says the war has exacerbated a global cost of living crisis unseen in at least a generation. This is CBS News.
This hour's newscast is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you need cash out of your home and a simple way to get it, Rocket can.
7:03 at the Bay Area's news station, KCBS. Nice evening, a little bit of haze and a little bit of fog tonight with lows in the 50s. I'm Dan Mitchinson. Warriors may be in Boston tonight, but the party for Game 3 of the NBA Finals is still going on at Chase Center, and that's where we start this hour. KCBS's Megan Goldsby joins us.
The Warriors hosted a watch party, a chance to see the game on the very, very big screen and get the excitement of being at a Warriors Finals game without the price tag. Carrie lives in San Leandro.
That's the best thing about it is when you have a big family of 5, you can come to the watch parties inside here, and it's only $25, and everybody can experience what we got to experience, you know, coming in with the expensive tickets.
Yeah, she has been to a Warriors game here in the past, but not with her 8-year-old Sophia.
Have you been inside here before? No, never.
What do you think it's going to be like?
I think it's going to be, like, really fun, and, like, everybody will be, like, cheering, and, like, it's going to be, like, you know, like a good vibe.
Good vibes, what all Warriors fans are hoping for. They're doing the watch party again on Friday at Chase Center. Megan Goldsby, KCBS.
We'll keep you updated on the game throughout the evening. Kevin's got our next update just ahead at 7:15. Meanwhile, reaction from San Francisco Mayor London Breed as she responds to the overwhelming recall of the city's district attorney. Here's KCBS's Jim Taylor with more.
The vote to recall DA Chesa Boudin not close. The mayor says she hears the voters' message.
They were really frustrated about a lack of accountability for crimes that get committed in San Francisco. So I think part of the challenge here is making sure that there will be a component of accountability, and that includes everything from our police department to the DA's office.
3 strikes law that requires a sentence of 25 years to life for people convicted of 3 qualifying felonies. Now, on this Neighborhood Merchants Walk, Mayor London Breed talks about the process to name a replacement. That is her job, and she says there is already a lot of interest expressed.
Part of what I'm doing and going through this process is trying to give all the people who have expressed interest an opportunity to talk about the possibility of this role, because I think it's important to be open-minded about, you know, people who may express interest.
She says not to expect a complete step back from Boudin's controversial reform policies. With the mayor, Jim Taylor, KCBS.
And also in the aftermath of yesterday's primary, San Jose is set to see a runoff election this November for the city's mayor seat between an experienced political insider and one relative newcomer. KCBS's Keith Manconi checks in with both candidates. Just what signal were San Jose voters trying to send in this election? The top 2 vote getters have pretty different takes on that question.
What I think voters did last night is they were looking for experience with a new vision.
County Supervisor Cindy Chavez speaking the morning after the vote and highlighting her own credentials as a longtime South Bay political leader with a long track record tackling the region's most pressing issues, including housing and homelessness.
I think that we're going to be again able to use the experience that we've had to make sure that these problems get solved in a really meaningful way.
This identifying which direction the city is going, that track record